Yeah. Welcome to Conversations with Malik. I'm going right in. Today we're talking politics, and we're going to get around to spirituality, the state of the country. We're going to talk about our community. We are going to talk today. I'm going right into it. Listen, check me out at convoswithmalik.com. CONVOSWITH Malik MALIK.com. Check me out. Bam. Trump White House. Let's talk about it. Fired. Sally Yates, Deputy Attorney General. Days with the administration, 11. Preet Bharara, U.S. Attorney. Days with administration, 51. James B. Comey, FBI Director. Days with the administration, 110. Rich Higgins, Director, NSC. Derek Harvey, Senior Director, NSC. Anthony Scaramucci, the Mooch. The Mooch. Communications Director, 11 days. Resigned. These are the people who resigned under pressure. Michael Flynn, 23 days. National Security Advisor. Katie Walsh, Deputy Chief of Staff, 68 days. KT McFarland, Deputy National Security Advisor. These are people he chose. 118 days. Tara Dahl, Deputy Chief of Staff. Michael Short, Assistant Press Secretary. Reince Priebus, good old Reince Priebus, Chief of Staff. Ezra Cohen Watnick, got a funny name, Watnick, Senior Director, NSC. Good old Steve Bannon, the dark Sith of the Lord Sithius. That's who he is. Chief Strategist. Sebastian Gorka. Good old Gorky. Deputy Assistant. Out. William Bradford. Out. Director Energy. Tom Price. Director of Health, Human Services. Out. You remember what happened to him? Under fire for taking expensive charter flights. Jamie Johnson. Director DHS. Out. Carly Higby. Nigby, Chief of External Affairs, out. Omarosa, good old Omarosa, man ago, Director of Communications. What communications? What does she communicate? Who does she help communicate? Out. Taylor Wyanneth, Deputy Chief of Staff, out. Rob Porter, Staff Secretary, out. Allegations of spousal abuse became public, and he was defending Rob Porter. Damn, Rob. Those are the people that resign. Hashtag fired under pressure. Public pressure. These are the people that resign. Michael Dubke, Communications Director, out. Walter Schaub, Director of Office Government Ethics, out. Mark Carollo, Legal Team Spokesman, out. Sean Spicer. Remember Spice? Spice was off the chain, son. He was off the chain, son. Press Secretary, out. Elizabeth Sutherland, Director, EPA, out. Carl Eakin, Special Advisor. George Sifakis, Meliz Beans, Elizabeth Shackelford, Paul Winfrey. Look at all this reading I'm doing. Dina Powell, Jeremy Katz, Thomas Shannon, John Feely, Rick Dearborn. Come on, man. Come on. July was the highest month. July, people were going down in that White House. And this is order to you? This is order? This is order, Trump people? He only hires the best people. This are the people that he brought in. He brought them in. And so this is what we're saying here. This is what we're saying. because this is a disaster. This isn't order. He chose these people. This is what he chose. So what are we talking about? Am I missing something? This isn't organization. People are even running or fleeing for their lives, right? Or they're trying, or they're doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, putting themselves in position to, under public pressure, having to leave the White House, right? Or they're not agreeing with him. They're not yesing him, or they're people who are actually leaving. Some of these people just said, I can't take it no more. This guy's crazy. Because from what I'm hearing, you never know what type of day you're going to get. You never know what it's going to be like. Trump kind of reminds me of my mother. Ma, I love you. Rest in peace, Ma. I love you, Taretha Turnage. I love you. I love you. I love you. But you never know what it was going to be like with Mom Duke. You never know how she was feeling. She's a woman. She's emotional, black woman from the South. She's been through a lot, Okay, so let me continue to set the stage of everything that's going on. Okay, so now Trump today, $1.3 trillion budget gets passed to keep the government going. Watch it. He wants to get that wall built. Remember the wall that he said Mexico was going to pay for? Remember that? He said, and Mexico's going to pay for it. Remember with his short hands? When he was saying that? I don't know. He talks himself. He says what he knows people want to hear. And I think that's what Trump does first. He says what he thinks people want to hear. And then listen, no way I'm trying to figure this guy out, but he says what people want to hear. And then he tries to convince them later on that what he said to them isn't what they necessarily need to be doing now. And he never gets around to doing what he says he's going to do. In most cases. Now, in this case, he's trying to play to his base only because he wants to stay in office. So what he's doing is they passed the bill. They didn't approve of any funding for the wall in the bill. So what he tries to do is he said that the wall is a national security item. So he tried to take the money from the military, but the military was like, that's not under defense. We beat Mexico, 200 years ago. And, San Antonio, the Alamo, baby, that war is over. We're not worried about them. That's not securing. That's not defense for us. We got other fish to fry. And you're not going to take this money out of the budget because the $25 billion that he wanted to take from the military that he's supposed to love so much, Congress and people are like, nah. You're not taking $25 billion. And veterans are in the uproar. They're calling up to talk shows like crazy today. Everything I've been listening to, all of the veterans, black, white, whatever, they're like, hold on a second. You taking $25 billion when we got VA needs, we got housing needs, we got mental health issue needs, we got veterans who need limbs. People are coming back from war that need counseling, that they need all kinds of stuff. They need housing. And you talking about taking money when we're short on money? Huh? Have you seen the condition of some of these VA hospitals lately? Not all of them necessarily, they got some good ones, but not all of them are necessarily, they looking like clinics. They're not looking too good. So he's trying to take this money from them. And they're like, no, we're not having that. See? So let's continue on. Here. Because, see, we got to address some things and we got to continue going through this. So all that's going on, we got March for Our Lives going on. Okay? We got the NRA. They're digging in. Oh, the NRA's digging in. Trump's in trouble. He's in trouble. The country's getting ready. So we're going to go on a little break right now. We're going to go on a little summertime. Everybody's going to enjoy themselves. But you know what's happening? They're gearing up. Oh, yeah, they're gearing up. They're going to gear up. They're going to gear up late summer as these races start to heat up. And I'm excited about the midterms elections. I'm excited. We're going to have fun on this show. Oh, yeah, we're going to be right in front and center on it. Yeah, they're gearing up. And there's smart people that's within the White House. Let me tell you what's happening. You got the whole Stormy Daniels, Karen McDougal, that this whole thing is kind of catching them from the flank. And this is why Trump isn't saying anything. Trump attacks everybody else like this. You remember when you used to go to the doctor and they would hit your knee and your knee would jerk up? Doctor, take that little rubber thingy, hit on your knee, boop, and your leg will jump up. That's how Trump is. When people say something to him, he responds right back. But you know what's funny? He never says nothing about Putin. And he hasn't said a word about these women. And he attacks everybody. You want to know why? Because he knows it's true. And you want to know something else? He knows that this angle, there's some things on this angle with the women that now open people up. It opens Michael Cohen up, his lawyer. His lawyer is like Ray Donovan. If you ever watch Ray Donovan, his lawyer is the Ray Donovan for Trump. Trump calls him all the time, 3 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. He listens to Trump, and he cleans up Trump's life. Now, Michael Cohen gotta be a sick guy. I wonder what happened to Michael Cohen. He's probably been raped, molested, just like Ray Donovan. He probably got all kinds of crazy issues, dysfunction on deep levels. And I don't care if he's from a good family and went to law school. I don't care. There's families with money that are deeply demented, heavenly. Yeah. But for him, he got some heavy issues to deal with Trump. Oh, yeah. But now, so check this out. So you got Michael Cohen to Ray Donovan. But now Cohen is in trouble too. Because let me explain it to you. So if Michael Cohen gave Karen McDougal $130,000 from the spirit of altruism, he was feeling real altruistic. He just wanted to do this for his boy Donald Trump, just to do it. He's $124,000 over the legal limit that you could give somebody with funds that are connected to a campaign. He was giving it to her for the reason of silencing her so it wouldn't affect the campaign. So that means it was done for the campaign. That's campaign money, and that's $124,000 above the campaign finance rules. Follow. So if he gave her the money, he broke the law. Right? Now, if Trump gave him the money back, then he didn't break the law, but then what he said, he still fucked, because he said that he wasn't representing the Trump organization when the paperwork that he sent over to Karen McDougal's lawyers had the letterhead of the Trump organization. Yo, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. See, when you're slithering and snaking and sliming, you don't know that all of this is gonna come up. So now if he gave the money back, he's damned if he do, he's damned if he didn't. Because he said the money wasn't on behalf of Trump. Well, if Trump paid you back, then it was on behalf of Trump, but all of your communications to Karen McDougal's lawyers was on Trump organization letterhead. The emails, the faxes came through from Trump headquarters. How you getting out of that? Huh? See? How you getting out of that? So now you're lying and breaking laws. You send somebody to scare her. It ain't so much that you screwed these sluts and these hookers. Yeah, and it was before, but guess what? You did it while you was married. Also, the evangelicals, and all of his supporters are saying, well, we know Trump wasn't, the picture perfect image of that's not what we voted for him for. Oh yeah, but you held Barack Obama to that standards. Y'all are hypocrites. Y'all are hypocrites. And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these damn talking points. You fucking liars. You're fucking devils, man. You wouldn't have let Obama get away with this. Y'all would have been losing y'all damn mind. The Tea Party was out there like the country was going under. And every year it got better under Obama. Every damn year. And where the hell is the Tea Party now? Having tea somewhere? Comfortable that a white nationalist racist is in office? I haven't heard nothing from the Tea Party. Is there still a goddamn Tea Party? Because I ain't heard shit from y'all. And that's right, I'm cursing. And it ain't all white people. But y'all are hypocritical, man. And the evangelicals, what's up with y'all? Y'all supposed to be the holy rollers. The Republican Party was supposed to be the party of principle. But you know what happened? You put politics over God. You put your political party over the Lord. That's what y'all did. I know what's happening. I know what's happening. Y'all was so mad that, Mr. Blackie was in office. Huh? There was a black penis running the world, and you just hated it. Why? Because some of these 50 and 60-year-olds, middle-aged white folk, you had racist parents, and you're racist. And the ones that claim to be all that good, that you on the fence, that you bounce back and forth. I'm talking to this Irish guy the other day. This Irish guy, is talking about, Trump's a true Irish. Trump ain't Irish. Trump's family is from Karlstadt in Germany, you fucking idiot. That's why he acts like them. That's why he likes Hitler. It's from Germany. Hell are you talking about? Y'all piss me off with this, man. This guy's dealing with the Russians. And let me tell you about this whole Russian thing. And we got something on Russia. Don't be afraid of Russia. People are getting scared of this whole Russia thing. You know, Russia's on the move. Russia ain't on no damn move. They trying to survive. Let me tell you how these Russian oligarchs got rich when the Soviet Union fell. And that's what Putin is pissed about. Putin is pissed that the Soviet Union fell. Russia ain't the Russia it used to be. Don't get scared about that laser sonic jets he got and all of that with that stupid crappy. Did y'all see that? Did you see what he did? Displaying how fast the supersonic, 7 times the light of speed. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Russia's one of the most racist countries on the planet. I want you to Google how many blacks they got in their military. Google it. How many blacks they got. How many people of color, period, that they got in political positions, in top economic positions. Just to look it up. Look it up. We'll talk about it another time. But so what happened is these oligarchs came to the West and made money. See, this is how people, Western politicians, when they went into the private sector, Paul Manafort and Michael Flynn, this is how they got sucked in bed with these wealthy Russian oligarchs. These people got money. See? And they were able to come over here and invest. Russians own a lot of property in America, especially in New York City, bro. Don't get it twisted. These are some high stake level games going on. And it just ain't Republicans that was dealing with them. This is why Trump is like, yo, hold on a second. Everybody's been making money with them. That's how they was able to bring their money to the West, clean their money up from some of the illegal stuff they were doing, and then bring it back home to Russia. But they own a lot of stuff in the West. Let me tell you something. If you don't think for a second that people, government officials, aren't putting pressure on these Russian businessmen that are over here, and they're going to say to them, yo, if Putin, we know our president ain't doing nothing, but if Putin continues the BS, we going to shut y'all down from making money. And they're going to tell Putin, yo, cut the shit. There's some deeper, higher level stuff going on. With some money, we got to spend a whole maybe 2 to 3 shows on how the Russian oligarchs and businessmen have invested in the West and made their riches. They're out here in private jets. They own businesses. They got communities. They got Russian communities. Yo, man, just look over at Coney Island. They got Russian communities over here. And they're making a whole lot of money in Britain, England, United States, throughout the Caribbean. See, they're not just making any money there. So this is what happened. These politicians got in bed with them and started making money with them, but then the Russians on the hook end are trying to undermine our democracy. And they was playing these guys they was doing business with. And that's what happened to the Trump crew. They got played. And now they're sitting there like, oh, shoot. And I'm not even going to say, I don't know. Maybe they in bed in some kind of way. Listen, I want to think the best of these guys, that they wouldn't purposefully look to undermine our own government, but they got some stuff on the Trump crew. And they played themselves when they said, see, they was dealing with the Russians for so long that the Russians became part of their crew. So when they stepped to him, and Donald Trump Jr., the vampire, he's a vampire. Donald Trump Jr. is a vampire. At night, he sucks people's blood, and he got long incisors. And maybe I better stop talking about it, because he might come here and suck my blood at night. He has wings. He has a cape. No, seriously, there's somebody that lived and survived one of his bites, and he got the gun. No, I'm just playing. It's like, okay, now we're about to tune Malik out. Malik bugging. But I think he's a vampire. Period. Him and his brother, they're weird. And I think Ivanka is a female vampire. And we need Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes, we need you to help us. In your next movie, we need you to kill them. Yeah. But, so they was dealing with these guys for so long, thinking they buddies. But Putin, the slick albino snake that he is, he was working to undermine government. They tricked Facebook. They was using, Steve Bannon, all of these guys was a part of this. And they were so mad that we had a black president that they were willing to go to different lengths to win the presidency. And in the process, they sold part of their souls. And they sold out their country. They betrayed their country. And that's what money does. So now you got the NRA here. And just to let you know that the NRA donations have spiked after the Parkland shooting. In Axios.com, it says, despite the backlash hurled at the NRA following last month's Florida high school shooting, the gun lobby group's donations from supporters tripled in the days after the massacre. Tripled! See? Everybody don't feel like how we feel. The network reports the NRA's Political Victory Fund got 248 G's, stiznacks, in January, and more than 779,000 in February. They got over $1 million in 2 months. See? American politics have been dominated by two parties for 150 years. But we've seen more chaos in the last 2 years than most people can remember in all of the years. See, Trump fired somebody else today, Veterans Affairs Secretary. But check this out. So let me stay on the NRA, right? I'm gonna stay on them, because then I'm gonna tell you about the companies who have backed out of the NRA, and then I'm gonna let you know of the because I told y'all this on the last show. I'm going to let you know about the companies who still support the NRA so you could boycott them. Let's boycott their asses. Let's do this. So companies that have, we're going to give them a clapping hand, right? So the companies that have cut ties with the NRA: First National Bank of Omaha, yay! Enterprise Holdings, Enterprise Car Company, Allied and North American Van Lines. Yay. Thank you. Avis and Budget Rental Car Rental. Yay. Thanks for support them. Okay. They need our support. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Hertz Company. Yay, True Car. What is it? All the damn rental cars? Shoot. Chubb Ltd. The insurer announced last Friday. Okay. MetLife. Thank you, MetLife. Real nice. Symantec. Good job. Simpler Safe. Best Western. Good job. Wyndham Hotels. Delta Airlines. United Airlines. Paramount. Okay, United, you came on a little later. Okay. Paramount, RX, and United Airlines says United is notifying the NRA that we will no longer offer a discounted rate to their annual meeting, and we are asking that the NRA remove our information from their website. Damn. Paramount, okay. The pharmacy, okay, nice. Starkey Hearing, Lockton Affinity, Dick's Sporting Goods. Good job, Dick's. That would have been a tough one for me, man, because I like shopping at Dick's. Oh, so Dick's, the retailer, said Wednesday that it will immediately stop selling assault-style rifles and ban the sale of all guns to anyone under 24. Its CEO took on the NRA by demanding tougher gun laws. We believe it is time to do something about it. Beginning today, Dick's, and this is their message that they sent out. Dick's Sporting Goods is committed to the following. We will no longer sell assault-style rifles, also referred to as modern sporting rifles. We already removed them from all Dick's stores after the Sandy Hook massacre, but we will now remove them from the sale of at all 35 Field and Stream stores. We will no longer sell firearms to anyone under 21 years of age. We will no longer sell high-capacity magazines. We have never and never will sell bump stocks. Also, they never sold bump stocks. That's good to know. That allow semi-automatic weapons to fire more rapidly. Walmart also pulled out. Good job, Walmart. Kroger Co. LL Bean. Damn. The Seattle-based retailer. Nice. Okay. Yo. I got to give props where props is due. I'm hard on people, but I got to give props where props is due. I got to give props. Now, these are the companies that still support the bastards. The NRA. See, these are the companies that still support the demons of Devilington. And these companies boycott the shit out of them. American Sellers Wine Club, Associated Group Insurance, AGIA, Clearant Credit Card Processing, Direct Long-Term Care, eHealth has not even issued a comment. Emergency Assistance Plus, FedEx, get on your job, FedEx, FLL Biz Hub, Global Rescue, Hotel Planner, Lifeline Screening, Lloyds of London, Lockton Affinity, LTCR, Manage, URID, MedFlight, NetSpin, and I'm going to post these. Visa, step it up. Republic Bank, get it together, Visa. Amazon has an issue. Amazon, I won't order nothing from you. Don't play with me. Apple TV, Roku, Google. I swear I would use Internet Explorer on your ass. Don't play with me, Google. Those are the companies. Google, don't play with me. Serious. Get it together. Get it together, Google. Get it together. Because I'm not playing. You got to be kidding me, Google. You got to be kidding me. See, there's a lot going on here. All of this is going on is because we had a black president, and it really tore the country apart. It did. It tore the country apart. This is all your fault, Obama, for being half black. We wouldn't be going through none of this. We wouldn't be. It's Obama's fault. You know, Trump fires the Veteran Affairs Secretary. Yeah, you know, David Shulkin. And he hires his own personal. Yo, this gets deeper and deeper. He hires his own personal physician, Ronnie Jackson. And he's not black, by the way. And then he sounds black, Ronnie Jackson. Trump wouldn't have a black physician if you. Only physician he had was Omarosa. And you know what she was the doctor to. I see those lips, Omarosa. Trump see them lips too. You know what Omarosa did. You know, we know what her assumed the position. Okay, Donald. On your knees. You know it. We know what Omarosa's job was. Come on, I'm not being funny. We just being real. Let's talk real. You know what her job was. Her job was to do the job. BLOW job. That was her job. See? That was her job. See, but it's cool. It's cool because, see, so now what's beginning to happen is the children are coming out and the dynamic of the country is changing. See, the dynamic, the browning of America, it's what's scaring them. And we're going to talk about that in depth because we need to. We back. So, the browning of America is what's scaring them. Trump won because of the electoral college. He didn't win the popular vote. So the way things are going to be set up with a lot of the redistricting, they're trying to, trying to play this, they're trying to play a map game. Because what's happening is the browning of America is happening. And they don't have the temperament to get along with people of other color and try to make alliances. So what's happening is, and I'm going to give you some facts. So today's generation of school children looks much different than one just a few decades ago. Non-whites are expected to become the majority of the nation's children by 2020. This is now the reality among the very youngest babies. I want you to follow me. The scales have, so babies of color now outnumber non-Hispanic white babies. That means white people. 1 year or younger, they outnumber them. According to new estimates from the U.S. Census Bureau. U.S. Census Bureau, they know it's the U.S. Census Bureau. The newest estimate shows that on July 1st, 2015, that was almost 3 years ago, the population of racial or ethnic minority babies was 50.2%. See? You see what's happening? This is what they're looking at. And when they see these children out there in the March for Our Lives, and they see all of the colors of kids coming together, it bothers them. And the reason it bothers them is because these children aren't racist. There's an element of racism there, but it's not like how it used to be. This is the hip hop generation. This is the generation that grew up under LeBron. This is the generation of kids that had a black president. They don't view black people as chattel slaves like their grandparents did. Like their grandparents didn't want to share the same water fountain or didn't want to be buried in the same cemetery as if it matters. Huh? Or they didn't want to swim in the same swimming pools, or they didn't want to go to the same schools. And I always wonder, why you ain't want to go to the same schools as us? Huh? I think, what you didn't want a black kid to get better grades than you did in class? Huh? Was that what it was? Was that what it was? Because I think that's what it was. I think y'all were afraid. It was fear. Huh? Yeah, a lot of fear was going on. So the populations are changing. And the reason why they want this wall, because they want to keep the brown people from coming in. Trump said it. Why can't we get more people from Scotland and from Norway? Why do we want people from shitbag countries? And the Republicans are like, shh. The senators and the governors is like, shh. We talk about that at the golf course. We talk about that in my secret chambers. We're not supposed to talk about that in front of cameras. You stupid orange orangutan. That's what they're saying to Trump. When they see him doing stuff like that, they're like, ooh. you know those ooh moments. Ooh. You wasn't supposed to say that. Yeah, we feel that way, but come on. You're not supposed to let them know. See? But Trump is not honest. No. Trump he's honest, but he doesn't tell the truth. And what happened was people, they wanted a break from regular politics. So they picked him because they felt like, and this is the story from the supposedly good people in middle America, in the Rust Belt, North Dakota, Arkansas, Ohio, Pennsylvania, even up to Pennsylvania and near the tri-state. This is what they're claiming, that Trump was going to shake up, and he was going to shake up Washington. And Lord, has he shooken up Washington. Yes, y'all are right. He has shaken up Washington. Yes, he has. Good job, Papa. You shook up Washington real good. Washington about to shake you up. And so they're looking at how elections are going to play itself. And they're saying to themselves, because these guys are great thinkers, please don't underestimate them. Let me tell you something. I thought the Republican Party was dead about 6 years ago. And they came back alive. And they came back and they won congressional seat after congressional seat, senatorial seat after senatorial seat, state senate on all kinds of levels. They bomb bashed and boom bashed to the only thing Democrats had was the White House. And we all thought Democrats still had the White House. And then here comes Trump. So now they run all three branches of government. And they're making a mess like Republicans do. Republicans make messes, man. You know, and I know you don't like it. And, you know, I know you guys, you know, you're sitting around at these construction sites and you're at these bars or you're at the law firms and you talk all this Republican stuff. But every time there's a Republican running the White House, it's a mess. It was under Trump. It was under Bush. Bush destroyed the economy. The country almost went under. Okay, Mr. Black Panther had to come and save the day. Under Clinton, the economy got better and we was thriving. Shoot, you can lose a job on Tuesday and get another job on Wednesday. People had 2-3 jobs. People were turning down jobs. The economy was so good. But under Bush 1, things weren't going well, going to war. I mean, the Republicans just screw up the country, man. They make it's messy when they're in. It just is. It just is. But now, so what's happening is you got the children now, because the NRA funds these guys and these guys don't want to speak out against them. So they're going to try to hold on. And let me tell you something about activism. This young generation of children have gotten a taste of activism. And when you get a taste of activism, it's more powerful than any drug. There's something about fighting against injustice that puts you on a high. Oh yeah, because I'm high right now. I'm high as a kite with this show. Conversations with Malik. I'm high. I've never been this high. And I've gotten high. I'm sorry I snorkeled in the mic. I've gotten high. Trust me. Oh yeah, baby. We used to have I quit parties. That means we keep sparking up and drinking until somebody says I quit. And the heavy hitters I rode with. Woo! But yeah. So now this young generation, now they're like, they got a taste. They got a taste of activism, of what it is to be active, what it is to have a purpose. And so I want to thank Donald Trump and the Republicans. I want to thank you for bringing the best out of humanity, because you're going to give us the new heroes that history books are going to be written about. They're going to write books about this time. Kids are going to have to answer questions. Did you see Martin Luther King Jr.'s granddaughter? Do you see how happy she was? Do you see how enthusiastic she was? Emma Gonzalez, with the longest, the loudest 4 minutes of silence. I want you to YouTube Emma Gonzalez's 4 minutes and 25 seconds of silence. And I want you to look at, I talk about silence on this show and stillness, how she was silent and still. And, because people can't be quiet long enough, they started to yell and do different chants, but her silence overcame the noise every time they started it. Because there's a wave brewing in this country. There's a wave brewing, you racist sons of bitches. And we've always beaten you. And we're going to beat you again. And you keep fighting. You keep fighting for your identity of whiteness and of white dominance. And the world is growing. The world is getting advanced. China's investing in Africa. Africa's uniting. They're over there in Dubai building up. See, people are saying, yo, man, you know what? We're not going to mess with, we love America, but yo, man, they got some evil people over there that they still want to stay stuck in the past. And these people that represent you. I want you to listen to something. And I'm talking to the people, I'm talking to the older white man with those black spots on his face right now, who's decaying, looking like the dark Sith of the Lord Sithius. I'm talking to you. See, because your whole identity was wrapped up in putting your boot on the neck of black and brown people. And that's what gave you your purpose. That's what made you happy. And the people that represent you, that you vote in office, they spend time with black and brown kings and sultans and princes. And they get a lot of funding from those people because they believe in green. Some of them are racist. Yeah, some of them are racist too. But they believe in green more than they believe in being racist. See? And they just, and so what's happening is, just like a disease, the disease of racism is dying a death. And this is your last stand. These are one of your last stands, your last hurrahs. But it's over, guys. And I want to thank you. And so I'm liking this. I am glad to be alive in this day and time, because we got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to have fun doing it. And it's going to be tough. Oh, I know. Listen, man, we got our battles. We're going to have to battle. This is going to be battle royale, but I'm up for it. I'm up for it. And we're going to overcome. That's why I say we shall overcome, not if we overcome. And everything we've overcome up to this point is a reference point of where we're going in the future. Check me out at convoswithmalik.com, convoswithmalik.com. And thank you for having this convos about politics with your brother Malik. Peace.